Joining us now is South Carolina Congressman Trey Gowdy. He chaired the special committee on Benghazi, so he's no stranger to the challenges of running into partisan politics when trying to do an investigation. He joins us from Greenville. Congressman, I want to start with this question of unmasking that Chairman Nunes has brought up. Has he shown you any of what caused him to suggest that Obama officials doing surveillance captured some Trump campaign associates and then unmasked them in the process of investigating?
He has not shown it to me, John. I'm vaguely familiar with it, no more, no less familiar with it than Adam Schiff is. I'll just tell you this. My understanding is Chairman Nunes briefed the commander-in-chief on matters unrelated to the Russia investigation. So if that's a big deal in Washington, then we've sunk to a new low.
Well, I guess Congressman Schiff would say, but the president is the one that's a part of this investigation being done by the committee, so that the chairman shouldn't be talking to him.
Well, then let me repeat what I said. The chairman of House Intel briefed the commander-in-chief on something that has nothing to do with the Russia investigation. So if the commander-in-chief cannot be briefed by the chairperson of the House Intel Committee on a matter that has nothing to do with the FBI investigation, then I don't know what they can talk about, John.
Right. So
he's the commander-in-chief.
So if this is an issue outside of the one they're investigating at the moment in the committee and that you're investigating, should it then be taken out of this investigation, have a separate investigation on both the issues that Chairman Nunes has discovered this week and then also the one that you're quite concerned about, which is the leaks that have been in the paper, some of them potentially illegal? Get that out of this question of Russia to keep things from getting mixed the way they appear to have.
Well, they are separate, and I heard my friend from California mention an independent commission. Thank goodness we have one. It's called the FBI. The FBI has counterintelligence jurisdiction and they have criminal jurisdiction. And what we learned on Monday, and it's about the only thing that we learned on Monday, was that the FBI is investigating both. They are the world's premier law enforcement agency. They are independent. You have women and men at the Department of Justice who have dedicated their careers to the blind pursuit of justice. It doesn't get any more independent than that. So we have an independent entity investigating counterintelligence and allegations of potential criminality. Let Congress do its job, which is provide oversight over the intelligence community.
Do you have any sense from the chairman about the schedule of when this new information that we've been talking about here, this question of unmasking, when you might have enough information to make a judgment about whether this is in fact something that was done improperly or whether, as Congressman Schiff said, this is just the normal procedures for going through unmasking?
It's just one more reason to bring Director Comey and Admiral Rogers back on Tuesday. It's incredibly important. Adam is right. Adam is right that the incidental collection of U.S. persons happens. What I wish some of my friends on the other side would be a little more outraged about is the political use of that unmasking. So I understand we collect U.S. citizens, but we don't read about those U.S. citizens on the front page of the New York Times and the Washington Post. That, in addition to threatening these surveillance programs, is also a felony. So I hope that we learn more about that on Tuesday. All of this is important, John, every bit of it. Russia's not our friend. They attacked our democracy. I want to investigate every fact that is related thereto. But the felonious dissemination of classified information is the only thing we know for sure is a crime, and it would be nice if we showed the same level of interest in that.
Let me ask you, you chaired a committee that got a lot of attention in the papers. What's your sense of the health of this committee? We've seen dueling press conferences. There's been a lot of accusations and passive aggression here. How healthy is this committee?
I think it's fine. I actually think Chairman Nunes and Ranking Member Schiff are both good men, and I think they get along fine. I think what you learned Monday, because I heard the witnesses almost 100 times, John, say they could not answer the question in that setting. And I want you and your viewers to ask themselves, why are we satisfied with every other facet of culture having serious investigations done confidentially? The grand jury, judges meeting with attorneys, police officers interviewing suspects. All of that is done confidentially, and we are more than satisfied with those investigations. And yet, when it comes to Congress, we think we ought to have a public hearing. 100 times, those two witnesses said they could not answer the question in that setting. Why in the hell would we go back to that setting if the witnesses can't answer the questions?
All right, Congressman Gowdy, we're going to give you the last word there. Thanks so much for being with us.